Hello, ladies and gents. It's Mr. Psych-O-Matic back for another bite at the rotting apple known as the woke mind virus. All right, let's dive into the melodramatic dumpster fire that is Love is Blind's latest trainwreck couple, Sara Carton and Ben Messenger. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride through the land of progressive orthodoxy, where love isn't just blind. It's apparently deaf, dumb, and allergic to nuance too. So, Sara Carton, our fearless crusader for all things woke, decided to yeet Ben into the reject pile at the altar, like he was last season's skinny jeans. Why, you ask? Just listen for yourselves.
I love you so much. But I've always wanted a partner to be on the same wavelength. And so today I can't.
The time frame?
I mean, I knew the whole time coming into this, the time frame, like that's not, like I feel like I know him. Like really.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like I asked him about like Black Lives Matter, and I'm no expert, but like when I asked him about it, he was like, I guess I've never really thought too much about it. That affected me, especially in our own city. Like how could it not? How did it not make you think about something? I asked him too, like what his church's views are, and he said he didn't know. And so then I watched a sermon online.
From his church?
About, sexual identity.
Okay.
And it was traditional. I told that to Ben. And
Is that
he doesn't really have much to say about it, you know? I want him to think about that stuff. Sometimes I did wonder if it was surface, fun, carefree love that we had. Equality, religion, the vaccine.
Ben didn't have a dissertation ready on Black Lives Matter, wasn't foaming at the mouth over the COVID vaccine, and brace yourself, his church wasn't belting out showtunes about LGBTQ rights every Sunday. Poor Ben, the spineless sweetheart, was basically Sara's yes man, nodding along to her every sanctimonious sermon like a bobblehead on a dashboard. He agreed with most of her positions. Hell, he practically genuflected at her altar of progressive perfection. But apparently that's not good enough. No, Ben didn't have the rabid, frothing-at-the-mouth activism Sara clearly requires in a soulmate. What a white supremacist homophobe, right? Where's your Ukraine and gay mafia flags on your ex account, Ben? And then there's the church scene. Oh, bless his heart, Ben thought he'd score some points by showing Sara his spiritual stomping grounds. Big mistake. Turns out it's one of those laid-back Christian setups where the pastor's rocking jeans and preaching about get this family and life stuff. How dare he? Sarah's over there rolling her eyes so hard she probably saw her own brainstem, radiating discomfort like she's allergic to anything less than a full-on pride parade in the pews. Ben's church isn't even anti-LGBTQ, they just don't obsess over it like it's the second coming. But for Sara, that's basically a hate crime. She needs her man to ditch his entire belief system and morph into a carbon copy of her progressive orthodoxy. I mean, who needs love when you've got ideological conformity, right? Ben even had gay friends, people. But nah, that's just a measly participation trophy in Sara's woke Olympics. And then came, oh, sweet baby Jesus in a Prius, and check out Sara's radical leftist lesbian sister and her girlfriend, who's so far left she's practically orbiting Marx. These two swoop in like they're auditioning for the Smugness World Championships, talking down to Ben while he sits there grinning like a lobotomized puppy, agreeing with their sanctimonious drivel just to keep the peace.
But we have discussed, if I don't like the service, if it's something that actually goes, like, disagrees with my views, if we had a child that's LGBT, and the church is acceptance of only man and woman marriage.
Can we pause for a second? I hate the word acceptance, because it's like, there's something wrong with us that you have to accept.
Right.
And I quite frankly don't give a fuck if other people will accept me, because I have to accept you every goddamn day. So it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm not faulting you.
What word should I use?
No, not you, but like, I hate that churches use, like, we accept everybody. Yeah. There are things that women experience that men do not in this world and in this country, that how you view and how you go matter.
Yes.
And there are things that we have to consider that you guys don't.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not coming for you. Like, there's people that are fiscally conservative and socially liberal that probably vote differently than you.
Right, well, yeah.
And that impacts your rights. I think you guys need to have serious conversations about politics because he's in a different privileged bucket than you're in.
They're glaring at him like he's a Confederate flag made flesh, all because he's, gasp, a white Christian male who doesn't self-flagellate every 5 minutes. Meanwhile, Ben's bending over backwards to accept their entire existence. But do they return the favor? Of course not. Here's the real gut punch. Ben and Sara were actually a solid couple together. They clicked, they bantered, they had that whole opposites attract vibe going, you know, the stuff that's supposed to make a relationship work. But nope, not in Sara's world. Love? Yeah, that white supremacist shit's for peasants. Her holy trinity of BLM, vaccines, and LGBTQ activism reigns supreme, and if you're not ready to burn your old self at the stake for it, you're toast. Ben could have been Prince Charming on a unicorn, but he didn't pass the progressive purity test, so it's curtains for him. So here's a sarcastic slow clap for Ben, the chill Christian doormat who just wanted a wife, not a re-education camp. And a sarcastic standing ovation for Sara, who proved that love might be blind, but her ideological blinders are laser-focused. Deprogram that? Good luck, pal. You'd need an exorcist, a hazmat suit, and a prayer to escape her cult. Here's hoping Ben finds someone next season who doesn't treat a relationship like a political loyalty oath. Until then, let's all raise a glass to the guy who got dumped for not being insufferably woke enough. Cheers to you, Ben. You dodged a bullet wrapped in a rainbow flag. Until next time, this is Mr. Psych-O-Matic from Psych-O-Matic Productions asking you to like, share, and comment, and to hit the notification bell to get my latest updates. Booyah! I'm out.